Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just gonna start talking about it's just gonna be a casual video because as you can see I'm sitting in my I'm just sitting my trackies really, so my hair is sort of not really done enough, but it's just gonna be a casual video today, so welcome back. So my puppy Bailey, this is Bailey, she's my Cocker Spaniel, she's decided she wants to be in the video too. So she's gonna sit here. So the video today is I want to talk about the positives about having a chronic illness or an illness. Everybody always says about the negatives. Everybody always talks about the negatives, and don't get me wrong, there's so many negatives about it, but I want to share with you the positives and how to, you know, there's always a way of looking, there's always a way of looking on the brighter side of things, and I just want to share with you some of the positives I find while having a chronic illness. So the first positive is it's made me more empathetic and sympathetic as a person. Like, I believe that with it I am able to sympathise with people more. If they're having a bad day, then I can sort of understand what they're going through. Even if I'm not going through it myself, if that makes sense, I can sympathise with them. I can sort of, I just feel it's made me more it's made me look at people different, no, not people, sorry, it's made me look at situations differently, like the way people act. Maybe there's a certain reason they're like that, you know, and it's made me be kinder to people, and just, you know, to realise that if you're happy doesn't mean that you're happy, and it's just made me overall a more sympathetic person, because you have to remember everybody deals with life differently. Some people choose to smile through things, some people may close themselves off, but you have to remember that's the way they deal with things. But it's always so important to check in on people and just to know that you're there for them as well. So the second thing that's positive about having an illness or chronic illness is that I made my Instagram page, and I met so many of my lovely friends through them. I've met Life with Stripes, I've met Chronically Sophie, I've met Positive Malls, I've met Jade, I've met so many friends through that page, and I'll link their Instagrams down below. I've made friends for life, and if it wasn't for being ill, I would have never met them. So that's one of the big positives from this, meeting people that you can connect with, that can relate with, because feeling like you're alone is one of the hardest things when you have a chronic illness or an illness of any sort, mental condition, mental illness, sorry, or anything like that. So I would advise you to either join Instagram, join a Facebook group, anything like that, because making friends is one of the most positive things that has come out of this whole, I was going to say experience, but my way of life, my life. So yes, definitely, that's one big positive, is making friends through being ill. Another positive I find that is that we get to choose to show people that are a bit healthier than us that no matter what way life is, you can be positive. And it's very hard at times. Like, I'm only starting to get more of a positive attitude at the moment, because I'm really trying to show everybody that no matter what's going on in life, you know, there's something, like as my favourite quote goes, every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day. So I think with having an illness, one positive coming out of it is that you do have the opportunity to, you know, show people that no matter what life's thrown at you, you know, there's always a reason to smile, there's always a reason to push forward. And I think it gives people hope. And I think sometimes when somebody comes and says this to you that doesn't have an illness, you're kind of like, oh, you're just sort of, you don't know what it's like to have this condition. But when you hear other stories of people that have made it through this or made it through that, and they have a positive attitude, it's so infectious. And if we smile, if you smile at one person and somebody else smiles, and just being positive as I say, it can be so hard, but if you follow that quote that I love, there's always something to smile about. So I think that's one positive of being ill, is that you have the power to create this happiness and to give hope to others, and hopefully give hope to yourself as well. So there, that's definitely a positive for me. So another positive is that it makes you appreciate life so much more. You have good days and you have bad days. So on your good days, you're like, you want to live them days. You want to make the most of your life. Because with an illness, you never know what's going to happen next. And that can be the scariest thing ever. So once you're even that little bit better than you were the day before, you want to go out and you want to do things. You want to make every day count. And that's one thing that I find a very big positive, because you know, you write yourself lists, you write yourself goals, and it really does make you appreciate the little things. Because some days you might be too tired to get up, you might be too tired or sore to go for walks, and then other days you might have the energy of, I don't know, a bee. If bees have a lot of energy, I don't know, but you have the energy of a bee and just zoom everywhere. You have energy to go with friends, and that could be the best thing in the world. Or you have energy just to go for a walk, or even just to get up and go to the kitchen. You know, it's little accomplishments, and I think that's something that keeps you going as well. So definitely it gives you more of an outlook on life to appreciate things, and I do think that's a big positive as well. Living with an illness teaches you so much. It teaches you how brave you are. It teaches you what you can go through that you didn't think you could go through. It teaches you how important life is, and it teaches you how quickly things can change. And I think that as well goes on with really appreciating life. Like, it does teach you how important life is and how we really need to live every day as if it's our last, and to really appreciate people around us, and even just fresh air. See, when you're stuck in hospital for a while, or even never mind how long, see if you go out to the door and smell fresh air, is literally the best thing ever. And I know I take it for granted when I'm sitting at home, but when you're in hospital, go down and just get some fresh air and you're like, it's just the best thing ever. So it's always the small things we take for granted. Another positive I find from having a chronic illness is that it forces you to focus on yourself. Whenever people are fit and healthy, they are either working loads, they're helping everybody else, you know, they never have time to focus on yourself. And when you have a chronic illness or an illness or anything like that, you have to, self-care is so important, and it's important for everybody, but it's a bit more important for those who are ill, because you have to rest yourself, you have to listen to your body, you have to look after yourself, and it's very important to do that. So I think it forces you to forces you to look after yourself more, and you have to learn to love your body, you have to learn to love your mind, you have to look after yourself more, and that's the hardest thing ever. But I find that can be a positive, because you are finding more about yourself, and you have to find out what makes you happy. And it's not always material things. Like, sometimes simply hugging someone can make you happy, simply talking to someone can make you happy, sitting with your dog can make you happy. It really does show you that you have to look after yourself. That's important, and how to learn to love yourself. And that's a big accomplishment too as well, because it's hard to love your body and mind whenever it's basically destroying you. But with learning to look after yourself and taking time to yourself, you can learn to appreciate it, never mind how hard it can be. So guys, that's just some of my reasons I find having a chronic illness and mental health conditions a positive. Now, don't get me wrong, they're by no means all positive. Like, there's a lot about it. But, you know, I just want a bit of positive spin on it, because I find sometimes when I look up YouTube and things with chronic illness and mental health, they're always so negative. This is what's wrong, and you know, it does put you down. You feel like there's something wrong with you then. Whereas I want to show you all that, you know, these things make you unique. Like, they make you more sensitive, they make you more caring, you know, you can be more empathetic with people, and then all of them things are amazing, you know. And it doesn't matter how much you do or how little you do, anything can be a positive, and it all changes with one thought. And what I do every day now is I read a quote. A quote really helps me get through a day, and it reminds me that, you know, at the end of the day, find one thing that was a positive, and if you can't, that's okay. The next day is always a new day, and there's always another reason to smile. So that's it for today, guys. Please let me know. Oh god, these flies. Please let me know down below if you have any other points about why it could be positive. If you like this video, if you want any more of these sort of videos, because I enjoy doing these sit down videos. Give me more topics to talk about, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys.